I guess if you saw this at an arcade, this would stand out to you big time. What the hell is this? Seriously, who made this? Why does this need to exist? Hello everyone, welcome back to Yes God Gaming, and we're back with another episode of Every Volleyball Game. We're rolling through. There's a lot of them left to cover, and so I'm trying to group them together, as you can see by the jumbled title of this video. So I've got 3 games to cover today. We're trying to go through them, talk about them. These are games that I couldn't really figure out a good way of playing, so we'll just take a look at them. I'm not sure if they're even that good. I don't know. We'll just look at them, touch on them, because we've got a lot of games to cover and to get through, and it's taking a while, and I'm getting fatigued. Anyway, so if you guys enjoy this series, hit that like button, maybe subscribe, maybe share this series with any other volleyball community members trying to grow this community around volleyball, video games, and just having fun. So, let's get into these games. So first on this list is Virtual Volleyball. And this one is one of the first ones, maybe if not the first ones, to take the foray into 3D. You can see by the referee, who comes up a lot. They were pretty proud of their 3D animations with, signaling things and stuff. And it's 3D character models. The ball is 3D. You can tell the art is not quite good though, because it's, early tech days of 3D gaming. This has some of the basics, pass, set, hit, but it looks, and I don't know because I'm not playing it, but it looks like it's really weird to play. That is quite janky, and the ref's animation's hilarious. But sometimes the ball will, the ref will blow the whistle and things will pause before the balls even hit the ground. And so that's how you know it's gonna hit the ground, you've screwed it up. But so that's kind of weird, it's over. They had a replay system, which is really cool. Definitely this game pushed the tech of what was possible for volleyball games. Not sure how good it was though, but like all early kind of adopters of tech and things like that, it's not always the best example of those things. But yeah, Virtual Volleyball, definitely one for the history books. Alright, next up on our list is World Cup Volley 95. And this one shares a lot of similarities with a lot of the other games we've already seen on every volleyball game ever. But, these games are a little bit newer because we're in 1995 now. We've progressed a little bit. We had Sega systems coming out, we got Nintendo bringing some things. Arcade is still having some action in the scene, so the tech is kind of pushing. So this is maybe a 2D graphics-based game with kind of all the bells and whistles of some of those other games. It reminds me of Hyper VBall, or Super Spike, or Dig and Spike Beach Volleyball. It's kind of a mesh of all of those with its mechanics. You aim where it should go. You can set fast tempo or high tempo, kind of like in Hyper V-Ball, except on a 2D plane, you kind of extend it to a 3D plane. And they've added a lot of art, animations, a lot of pizzazz to this, right? The ball has kind of interesting physics as it flows. The physics actually of this ball remind me a lot of Hyper V-Ball, how you can do a jumbo over top, pound down the middle, or just tip it short, which seems pretty familiar to me from all these other games. The other thing is they added the refs, animations, with the 2 coaches who are pissed off or celebrating, hipping high fives when they earn points, which is pretty fun. So a lot of bells and whistles, a lot of art to this one to kind of take volleyball to the next level. I'm not sure how easy this game is to play. It looks a little bit difficult because some of those other games were quite simple with the 2D, but with this adding all those things in 3D, it may be quite hard to play, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's kind of like Super Volley Blast in that you just point where you want to go and you click, so I'm not sure. Whoa, yeah, and they had some of those cool plays where the ball curls around and stuff like that, so some interesting stuff here in this game. World Cup Volley 95. Yeah, another one for the history books. And finally we get to this thing. It's called World Beach Volley. It's an arcade game, and we're watching the intro here, and I think the story is, I'm not really sure. I think the story is a plane drops a bunch of flyers asking people to come play beach volleyball. Actually reminds me a lot of that other game we covered on Every Volleyball Game, except they've just sexified everybody. String thong bikinis, super ripped and yoked dudes. I guess if you saw this at an arcade, this would stand out to you big time. What the hell is this? Seriously, who made this? Why does this need to exist? I really don't know. Those guys are yoked. This art is absolutely ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Like, this was definitely designed just to draw the dudes at the bar or whatever in the arcade having some beers. Oh yeah, go play World Beach Volley. Yeah man, it's got chicks in bikinis. But seriously, look at these guys playing. Like, this is also from 1995. We've got all 95ers in this episode, and this looks like it's playable. Like you can play it, but does it look fun? I have no idea. The stereotypical character looks and settings as well just are kind of offside. Like, volleyball video games have a weird history of having some really good ones traditional to volleyball, like volleyball fans, and some that are just memes of what people thought volleyball was, and especially beach volleyball. Oh, it's a bunch of hot people who run around in the sand or party or do stupid things. Like, so this is kind of I don't want to say the peak of that, because hey, you guys have seen Dead or Alive. That is the peak of that garbage. But this is on the arcade. Like, this was made to make money. Like, unbelievable. Anyways, this maybe is kind of fun. You got these yoked guys. You can get up and pound. So at least it has that. But yeah, the art and just, oh, it hurts my soul as a volleyball fan and video game lover. Anyway guys, that'll do it for this episode. So that was a trio of games from 1995, bringing the throwback. Couldn't figure out a good way to play all of those. I think Virtual Volleyball maybe is the easiest to play. I don't know. If you guys know, hit me up in the comments below so I can share that and you guys can play those if you want. I couldn't figure out a way. I wanted to group these together. But as we go on this journey to visit every volleyball game ever made, it's a long one. I don't even want to say we're halfway through yet. I've already played a lot of them, so we'll maybe touch on those, but if you guys have any other suggestions, like should I do browser games? Like, there's a lot of volleyball browser games. I'm not sure that that's a road we want to go down. But if there's any other new ones, like within the last 10 years, definitely. I only have like 10 from the last 10 years on this list, so anyways, volleyball video games have had a weird history, and we're just getting started. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy these episodes, and we hope to see you next time on Yes Guy Gaming.